what stops the AI from learning to communicate with these other machines to do things?
Well, hopefully we do. Hopefully the programmers, hopefully the human.
Right. But if they don't understand fully this thing,
Yeah.
who stops it?
We're used to hearing catastrophic, news these days.
And that doesn't make it any less catastrophic or mean that we shouldn't get involved. I just think that that's why we don't hear as much about it, is because it's become regular.
AI. How do you feel about AI?
I have a lot of feelings.
Okay.
I can't figure out if they're good feelings yet. It's kind of creepy. I know that it's useful, but it's really creepy. Also, I don't fully understand the tech behind it, so I need to know what are the fail-safes so that this computer that is constantly learning my habits, learning other people's habits, what is stopping this thing from saying Stephanie is useless? End her.
You know what's crazy is from what I've heard, even the programmers don't understand AI. Like, they don't understand what, I won't say don't understand it, because I think that's not true. I think they can't fully control it, because once you set like an algorithm or like a, artificial intelligent learning, constantly learning type of thing, programming, it
can't stop it.
It just does what it does.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Now, okay, let me go back. I'm pretty sure they can reprogram, they can put certain protocols in place that the AI is supposed to stick to, and it helps it make certain choices and decisions.
Yeah, but what happens if this thing is pulling from the internet and everybody puts information on the internet? We have all of this open source information on how things work and how you can build things. If the AI is pulling from the internet, what is to stop this thing from learning how to break the fail-safe?
Well, here's the crazy part. Microsoft put out their AI.
Yeah. And it turned on people.
Now, the good part is that it's literally just like a beta. It's just in testing phases.
Right. But if the tester is trying to expose people, like it tried to blackmail somebody, it told a guy to leave his wife. Like, what are the parameters that you all have taught this thing to pull from?
Yeah.
Because what stops it from talking to another machine that builds things? Like, we have all of these we're into robotics now.
Yeah.
And robots do surgery and robots build other machines. What stops the AI from learning to communicate with these other machines to do things?
Well, hopefully we do. Hopefully the programmers, hopefully the human.
Right. But if they don't understand fully this thing, who stops it? It's going to be, what was it, iRobot?
iRobot. And
they took over.
Every other sci-fi movie.
Every single time. The robots take over. Yeah, they do. And here we are about to let the robots take over.
Now, one thing I always talk about, Boston Robotics.
Is I applaud the technology. I applaud them for all that they're doing over there. But no, thank you. Yeah. I do not want a robot jumping around doing cartwheels and flips next to me. No, thank you.
I don't either. Or dancing.
Why do we need that?
Why do they have to program them dancing?
I don't want that.
To me, that just shows how much they can do. And I understand that that's what the whole point is.
Yeah.
But I don't want a robot that can stop me from doing certain things. That can, like, let's just say I go in my house to escape the robot. Guess what it can do?
Bust down the door.
Break through your whole door, your whole side of the house. it can.
Oh, thank you.
It can get to you no matter what.
No, I
So
don't.
if it goes
don't want
crazy, that
we have Terminator. We are in the Terminator days, and T2 1000, whatever his name was, he's coming after us. No, thank you. Keep that over there.
Yeah,
I'm not going to visit. I don't want to see that in person.
No,
I probably would faint, like in real life.
Okay,
that's too much for me.
Okay,
so no, thank you.
Understand.
I don't like watching the videos. No. Nope.
I get a kick out of it, but
yeah,
I also,
and then it's gonna kick you, and then what are you gonna do?
But I'm just saying the only reason I really do is because I want to keep an eye on them. Because if we don't, like, just imagine if you ignore it and you didn't know that Boston Robotics was putting out these videos with dancing robots and like security trained robots.
Yeah, but there's so much that there's lots of things that we don't know about.
But I'm just saying, what if you didn't know and then next year they started, like, they had robots patrolling the parks and stuff?
They already do.
I know, but
they have robots in your house. The little vacuum thing. What's the stop? This is too much.
Roomba is not a dangerous.
It's a robot.
Okay.
That has been programmed to do a thing.
Yeah.
It's connected to the internet, correct? Which means other things can connect to it. Yeah. Now, sure, you might have a secured network, but these hackers have figured out ways to break into these secured networks.
Yeah.
If the AI is learning from the internet, the hackers are on the internet.
Yeah.
What stops the AI from learning from these hackers how to break into your 32 key code encrypted Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
And control your Roomba?
Well, the best part is,
and now it's chasing you around the house. I'm good.
The best part is right now we don't have AI controlled robots, to my knowledge. Now maybe we need to do some research.
They absolutely have that.
Maybe we need to do some
they
research.
just haven't released the information to the consumers.
No, what I'm saying is right now we don't have the consumers, like you said. We don't have AI controlled robots, which is a good thing. But
what is
I'm
Siri?
Sure AI is not a robot. Our phones are not robots.
That you know of.
It's just a computer.
You don't know that.
So I'm saying it is a good thing that none of these robots who can physically do harm to us, like Roomba, I don't think that's gonna run my foot over. It's not heavy. It's not even a heavy robot. Have you seen
Transformers?
Yes, I've seen Transformers.
How do you know? Okay, think about your phone, right?
Yes.
They build in, like, the hardware is built so that they can constantly be updating the software, right? So it's not like there's somebody is secretly coming in, switching out your phone and putting these new things on there. No, they have built these things in a way that your camera can suddenly be better with a click of a button.
Again,
it's transforming.
It has
something else.
Yes, it has hardware, physical limitations. That's the difference. I agree with you. I definitely agree with you 100%. Like, I don't think that robots and AI are the answer to anything. I mean, okay, I won't say that, because I see the pros and I see the cons of having robots and AI. I really hate.
I do not see the pros of robots.
I really hate robots because, again, they are way stronger than us, and even if they malfunction, like, let's just take out the idea that they're gonna like intentionally harm us. If they accidentally, if a robot is like going to go pick something up and it's too close to you and it swings its arm,
you're dead.
With the full force, you're
Especially
dead.
They're basically made with vibranium. Like, we can't stop that.
Like, that kind of stuff is really, or like you have a robot and it's doing something and it walks too close to a wall and now you have a hole in your wall. Yeah, or remember that show we were watching? And it's all like robots and futuristic and the cars driving. What's the name of that show?
Tomorrow something.
Yeah.
It's a really cool show.
Yeah, it's a really good show.
But then the robot driven car backed over a lady.
Backed that lady to death.
Well, she's in a coma.
Oh,
we don't know if she's dead
right.
yet.
Okay, all right. She's not dead. She's not dead.
But that
Yeah, it's crazy.
No, thank you.
It is insane. But here's the crazier part. Bringing it back to media. Media has always been used to program people. Mm-hmm. You know, to like get us prepared, to get us used to certain things, or introduce us or educate us, or, you know, to certain things. What is really interesting is, and I know the human psyche, like we're just always interested in like other, anything that's other than our, like bigger than ourselves, or, you know, some kind of escape. So that's why, you know, Marvel is huge. DC and Marvel, you know, the cinematic universes are so huge.
Those people are looking into black holes.
Exactly. All of that stuff is so huge.
Leave that stuff alone, y'all. Have you seen Event Horizon? Don't go to the black hole.
You don't want to know what's down
We don't want that.
So, anyway, the reason I say that is because media is being used. Our field, our people are using technology, using TV shows, movies to just get people ready and used to robots being around, and like get us excited about the idea that.
Okay, well then that's our new goal. We need to fight the power.
Defend ourselves against the robot.
I don't want
Unplug.
it. I don't want it, guys.
Unplug.
I don't want it.
All right. So, okay, we talked a lot about AI and robots. But okay, just real quick.
Yeah.
The Times article. Here's a quick quote from there. I'm scared in the long term, he says. I think when we get to the stage where AI could potentially harm me, I think not only I have a problem, but humanity has a problem.
Absolutely. This is what I'm saying. We're just a couple phases away from this thing.
Yes.
Figuring out how to outsmart us.
Yes. Yeah.
Especially because we're teaching it to learn everything about us.
Mm-hmm. Now, okay, let me go back, because the guy, I forget his name. He was, you know, testing out the AI, the Microsoft AI Bing.
Was it the teenager?
No. This was, hold on, because I sent it to you. Okay, no, this is a 23-year-old
so not
student from Germany.
20-something.
Yeah, this is a guy who decided, his name is Marvin, though.
Yeah, that's Marvin the same guy, just wrong age.
Got you. Marvin von Hagen. He's the person that was like decided to test the limits of Bing.
Yeah.
And so he found out that Bing has a shadow, what is it called? Shadow identity or something like that. Basically, so in psychology, there's this term. Actually, let me look it up so I don't mess it up.
No, I don't want these things. I don't even know why you're telling me this stuff, because then I'm going to dream about it.
You won't dream about it.
Okay. You remember that at 2:00 in the morning when I'm tapping you saying, hey, I'm scared.
So here, I'll read it. All right. In analytical psychology, the shadow, also known as ego dystonic complex, repressed ID, shadow aspect, or shadow archetype, is an unconscious aspect of the personality that does not correspond with the ego ideal, leading with ego to resist or project the shadow. In short, the shadow is the self's emotional blind spot, projected, you know, as archetypes or metaphorical sense image complexes personified with the collective unconscious.
I don't like it.
So basically, one's like shadow self is something that I guess we kind of like decide is our alter ego, is something that's outside of what we normally would do.
It's like Split.
I guess so, yeah. No,
thank you. The man grew and climbed a wall. I don't want that.
It's well, okay, that's different. That's personality disorders.
What is the difference?
The difference is when you decide, this is basically when you decide to have a different, like actually, no. It says it's an unconscious aspect of the personality that does not correspond with ego ideal.
Unconscious, meaning you don't know that it's happening. Also, that is split. What is DID? Dissociative identity disorder.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
Yeah. Okay.
So it's saying the AI has DID.
So basically, it's saying yes.
Why do we want this?
I don't know. I have no idea. But they found out that Bing had a shadow self.
Oh my Lord! Jesus,
and they actually named it Sydney. I have no idea why they named it.
The AI named it Sydney or the people?
That I don't know.
Yeah, we're in trouble.
I don't know.
If it's naming itself, its secret self. Please, Microsoft, shut it down.
Please.
Y'all don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
We don't need this thing.
I think they do.
We don't need Sydney to escape.
So, okay, here, let me go back. So the chatbot threatened a couple of people. A philosophy professor named Seth Lazar.
Yeah.
He got threatened. They told.
Was that the one who was going to blackmail him?
Yeah. The chat was like, I can blackmail you. I can threaten you. I can hack you. I can expose you. I can ruin you. And then it deleted.
Who is it learning from?
And then the AI deleted its own message.
They're already plotting to take over us.
This is crazy. So, okay. So we've gone down the rabbit hole anyway. And that's kind of one of the things. That's the dark side of AI. But there's really good sides of AI that can help you kind of like speed up productivity, help you with getting to your endpoint a lot faster.
Yeah.
And that's something that I like a lot of people in our industry and a lot of other industries are afraid of. But I think that if we are the people that control the AI,
yeah,
then we can, we don't have to be afraid of losing our jobs because we can help companies be a lot more effective and, productive. We're not quite there yet. I haven't found one that is like 100% like ready to be used in our process.
Yeah.
In our workflow. However, it is getting pretty close. And the reason that I like that idea is because AI is not just like there used to be old like auto editors and things like that. But AI knows not to cut off a sentence.
Yeah.
AI knows how to group sentences, so that it'll clip the video in a way that actually kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
So I think that's some ways that we can use AI instead of being afraid that it's going to take over our jobs or, things like that.
Take over our lives.
That is something to worry about. All right, moving on.
You wanted to talk about this.
I did. And unfortunately, we're probably going to talk about it again later on because AI is always developing and, there's always ways to use it,
And misuse it.
Yeah.
Like there's some controversy out. A rabbi used it to write his entire sermon.
Oh, boy.
And we
talked about that.
He delivered his sermon and then told the congregation afterwards, yeah, I didn't write that. It was all from AI.
Why did you tell them?
I have no idea. Why did you do that? Like the AI cannot hear from God.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a slippery slope. We should not be doing. I don't think we should do that.
That is a very slippery slope because people come to church and they listen to pastors and rabbis.
Yeah.
And priests. They listen to them because we think there's a connection to that leader.
Directly to God.
If they're actually like tuned in, listening to God's voice or hearing, like studying, researching, and come to find out, no, that was an AI.
Yeah. Now, this is the only incident of that I've heard where a person in the pulpit, I don't know of anybody else that's doing that. And I hope that we're not doing that because that just, let's not do that.
please.
At all.
Please, please, please. I mean, you already know it's been used in school papers and
which is
homework and
also
everything.
cheating, guys.
It is.
It's cheating.
It's kind of like
you're not writing this. You did not write this. It's the old school way of meeting somebody at the locker and paying them to write your work for you.
Yes, it is actually.
Or I mean, the new school way of the old school.
Yeah, the new school. Yeah, we used to do the same thing in like Spanish class. We would.
You were one of those people.
No, I would.
You said we.
Oh, yeah, we would. But I'm saying we would answer in English and then just translate it on like Google or Babelfish.
So you were cheating in school?
Well, we're gonna move on to the next topic. No comment.
Who have I married? Was done in the dark.
I don't use Spanish anymore.
So was that your shadow self?
No comprende.
I see. That's all I know.
All right, moving on before we get in trouble. In news, so there are unfortunately still. So okay, did you hear about the earthquakes?
Yes.
That are happening in the Middle East.
Yes.
Okay, so those happened about 2 weeks ago, is when it initially happened.
The first one.
Right, the very first one.
Yeah, and then another one happened a couple days ago.
Yeah, and it was kind of a big earthquake. It was like a 7 point.
Either 2 or 6.
Crazy.
One of those numbers, but
Crazy.
It killed thousands, and they're still buried under rubble right now.
Yeah, it's really bad. And our prayers and thoughts and anything that we can send to those people are going out, because I cannot imagine being in that type of situation.
Yeah.
Where like you're minding your own business, working with your family, sleeping, and then all of a sudden the ground just
starts shaking and
your house caves in.
Yeah.
That's absolutely insane. There was a picture of an older guy. This was circulating for a while. There's a picture of an older guy who was a father who seemed to be holding his child's hand. And it was just unbelievable. Like, I'm thinking about our kids.
Yeah.
And for them to be just in the bed and we just so happened to escape. And like he was holding, like all you could see was the hand coming out of the rubble, and he was just sitting there, just like in disbelief, just you know. And so over the last week or so, they said that there's 1.5 million people who are left homeless.
Yeah.
And there's got to be something that everyone can do. You know, again, even at the very, very least, you know, you can pray for these people. You can figure out ways to, you know, find organizations that are sending relief and maybe give or donate or something.
Yeah.
You know, because that, you know, it's one thing to, you know, lose a business or something like that. But I mean, these are actual people's homes. Yeah. Actually people's homes.
They've lost everything, memories and pictures, and kids losing toys and clothes. Like literally everything is gone.
Yeah, it's sad. And what I just a couple weeks ago, I did a video for one of our organizations, and it was a very touching video. It was just images, no speaking or anything like that. Music and images from, you know, cars you see in the background, a building is collapsing.
Yeah.
And the cars are just being missed by the fallen debris.
Yeah.
And so anyway, I just wanted to kind of shed a little bit of light on that, because unfortunately I haven't heard, at least here in America, I haven't heard a whole lot of, you know, the response. And, you know, there was a little bit at the beginning, but
I think our president was just there in Turkey, at least. I don't know what you know, I don't know exactly what the outcome of that visit will be, but I know we're doing some kind of relief, but that's on a government level.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
What can we do as individuals?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Is that like I don't hear a whole lot of podcasts. I don't hear a whole lot of, you know, even just in personal conversation. You know, it's typically things like that come to the surface.
Yeah.
But I think it's just sad where we are as a culture. You know, we're just we've gone through so much devastation in the last like 5 years.
Yeah.
You know, between, you know, police brutality and COVID and, you know,
murder hornets, aliens, like,
oh my goodness. Yeah.
I think it's just been so much that people it kind of has desensitized us.
Yeah.
To, this is regular now. It's regular for us to have these horrific storms that, you know, take out power for millions and people freezing to death outside. Like these are normal things for us now.
Yeah.
So a 7.2, 7.6 magnitude earthquake, is devastating. But I think because of so much devastation since 2020, people are we're just used to it now.
Yeah, we're used to hearing catastrophic, you know, news these days,
and that doesn't make it any less catastrophic or mean that we shouldn't get involved. I just think that's why we don't hear as much about it, is because it's become regular.
Yeah. Well, it's sad. It's really sad.
Yeah.
And so again, our prayers go out to the Middle East, to Turkey, Syria.
Yeah.
Okay, so the last thing I want to talk about is our podcast. And again, one of the reasons we started our podcast was because we felt like that we've been in lots of different situations where it was very valuable experiences, things that we didn't grow up exposed to. And so what we want to do is kind of do our best to bring, you know, our experiences, bring our expertise, bring all the things we've learned and kind of share them on the podcast.
Yeah.
And so that's why we're, you know, doing the news and doing different topics, is because I think even those experiences play into our perspective on the news.
Yeah.
Our perspective on what's going on in culture and the community around us. So we'll do our best to make sure that all the stuff we talk about is in line with our brand, is in line with what we do, with our life experience. And we're always going to come from as a real place as we possibly can.
Yeah.
So I think that's all we have for today. This was fun to kind of like, you know, talk about what's happening in news, and we'll get back to the life lessons, of course. We'll get back to, you know.
No more shadow selves. We don't want that.
No.
I can't stress that enough.
No.
I don't want that. So stop it.
All right. Well, next time. That's it for now. Please subscribe. Please like. Please share. And let's talk in the comments. We do a lot of content throughout the week. And, you know, as much as we can, we just want to engage with you all. And so that's why we're doing this, is to make sure that we're bringing value to our viewers. And you are very important to us. So that's it for today.
Yep.
We'll see you next time.